Chadwick Boseman, the star of Black Panther, passed away on Friday after a 4-year battle with colon cancer, and he was only 43 years old. And of course, many recognize Mr. Boseman as mentioned, Black Panther. But also, he's had a great career within the past 4 years where he exploded onto the scene with many portrayals of Black American icons, such as Jackie Robinson in 2013's movie 42, James Brown in the 2014 movie Get On Up. What was the other movie? He did one of the Supreme Court Justice. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall,
He did something
yes.
with Thurgood Marshall.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if that was the title of it, man. I'm not sure if it said Thurgood
Marshall was the
whatever,
title. That was Marshall was the title. It was back in 2017. First and foremost, here we at G-Phi Radio do offer our deepest and sincerest condolences to his friends and family at this time, and we really lost a up and coming Oscar candidate, if not winner, for the movies that he's been in and possibly future ones. He was actually going to sign a contract to do a movie based on the only African samurai in Japan. So, and I remember seeing a story about that just several months ago, just in historically, just looking up some tad bits and facts, and I noticed that there was one man of color, one African, who was actually a samurai in Japan.
It's definitely a hurt feeling, man, because it happened so sudden. But the best thing about it, if we look at it in hindsight, we have a catalog of his work. I mean, to do what he did, man, to be different characters. He played James Brown. He played Jackie Robinson, man. He played Thurgood Marshall, man. They were separate, but you could, you know what I'm saying, that the movies, he wasn't acting the same way in each one. So that, to me, took his acting level to a different level where he can do biopics of different people, man. Get away, he's such a good actor. It's a shame to lose him, but I hope people use this as use him as some inspiration. If you want to become an actor, this is how it looks. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is how it's supposed to feel. This is how good you must be in order to get on this level.
He passed away because of colon cancer. We had a show where we talked about one of the third. It's the third deadliest cancer among men and women in the U.S. after lung and prostate. They always tell us that colorectal cancer cases among those that are under 50 have been increasing since the 90s. Some people are saying maybe we should get the test earlier instead of 45. Maybe it should be 40 or 35. And I know Cortez, he has taken a couple tests himself in the past. And clean bill of health, of course, thankfully. But one of the aspects of, unfortunately, getting this cancer is the diet that people of color have.
That's right.
We love great food, but sometimes it comes at a price. So I'm not sure if this case in particular, if Mr. Boseman was something hereditary or not. But speak on that aspect, sir, as well as your feelings about what happened with Mr. Boseman's passing.
Well, first of all, it's very sad what happened to Mr. Boseman. I went just this year, or earlier this year, and had my colon screening. And a lot of men have this stigma, oh, well, the doctor's going to stick this thing in your butt, and it's going to make you gay, and blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the thing. You can choose between gay or dead. Okay?
Good point.
Because of the not just African-American diet, but also life in general. Anytime you start going to the store, you start ordering all these hoagies, cheesesteak, french fries, candy. I mean, none of that stuff, especially if you're out here on a daily basis eating this fast food, it's really no good for you. And it's just packing your system with things you don't need. And that stuff sits there and it sits there and it sits there until you have this problem.
Right.
Okay? So, just as men, we need to start adopting another diet, another lifestyle. I don't care if you eat something, eat like a soup or a stew or something during the week that helps pass a lot of that stuff out of your system, because it takes a while to get it out. And if you just keep packing your system, well, then you're going to wind up with problems.
That's true.
That's pretty much where I'm leaving it.
Then on top of that, health, I guess health resources, getting access, because that's why it's so high in the black community, man. A lot of us don't have health care like that, bro.
True.
I mean, I'm blessed. I can go and get these tests done, man. But some people may not be in that same boat that some of us are in, man. And that's the thing, man. It's just, is that, and it's also, as GPS mentioned, the stigma. Oh man, if I let this guy probe up, if I let this guy stick this up in my butt, I'm gay. I'll be real with you. You're knocked out. You know what the hell's going on.
You don't know. By the time you wake up, it's like
they wake you. You don't even know what happened to you, man. They drug you up so damn good, man. You don't even know. When I took the exam, and I told GPS this, I was like, you ain't gonna remember what happened, man. All you gonna remember is counting down, and then your ass is gonna be in the waiting room somewhere, man.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, I remember going in. I mean, I can tell you to the day. I remember getting up, going in, putting my clothes on, smelling good.
Yes, indeed.
I walked in about 7:00. Doctor and all his crew was in there. 7:15. I'm unrobed. I got my, I'm unrobed. I'm in the chair. They're wheeling me in. I get introduced to the rest of the staff. The anesthesiologist said count back from 10. I think I hit 7, and that's all I remember before I woke up on the other side of that wall, looking at on the other back, right back in the waiting room, looking at the green wall that I saw when I came in. That's all I remember.
That was the best sleep I ever had, man. It was to hear a lot of y'all people. I mean, that was the best. I told my wife, I was like, damn, I don't know what the fuck they gave me. That you also got to take somebody with you to drive you home, because after you come out of the sedative, you ain't no good. You ain't no good.
That's right.
Plus the thing about it, just the simple fact of you're fasting, because once you take that Medilax or whatever they had me on, man, that shit cleared all my system out, man. I think I lost at least 1 or 2 pounds, man.
Ooh,
wow.
Man.
Because you shitting bricks, bro, because they got to clear out your system, man. So you take the little laxative, man, had to purify your system, man. But I think I lost about at least 2 pounds, man.
Okay.
When you get in your 40s, you need to at least 5 every 5 years, man, or whatever the doctor recommends, man. I mean, I took it because I got a history of family members, man, that's on my direct bloodline that has, some of them have some of them did have colon cancer. I had one uncle that actually passed from it. He just wasn't going to the doctor, man. I think he just did not, or he was afraid to go to the doctor. And I was like, damn, bro. Yeah. My other uncles was like, you need to get that shit done, man. Don't do what so-and-so do, what Uncle so-and-so did, man.
Right.
And that's what made me get the first one.
Blacks and Latinos, we love throwing down in the kitchen. And at the same time, when we see fat, it's good fat. Doesn't matter if it's bad fat, it's good fat. It tastes good, but we don't follow through and check up on ourselves, because sometimes it's a pride thing. Sometimes we're just invincible. I'm good. I'm feeling great and everything. Next thing you know, you walk outside tomorrow, poof, you're on the floor. It can happen at any moment. So people, please realize that we only have one life. We got to live it to the fullest, and the only way to live it to the fullest is by taking care of ourselves, by trying to do our best to eat healthy. Mr. Boseman would want us to just move forward and strive to be our best, just as he was during his time. How many actors can you count off that had battled cancer for 4 years and did at least a minimum of maybe close to 10 films? I can only count on one hand. Better yet, one finger. This man was above all others for what he did and what he went through. So prayers up to the family. We'll see you soon on the other side.